Hey there, Chris here. I wanted to make a little update because today I went to see a doctor here in Omaha, Dr. Amora. She is out of the Nebraska Medical Center, and she is an OB/GYN. And I went to see her today to talk about testosterone and what the effects will be on my own reproductive organs. I have mentioned in my previous videos that one of the things that is important to me is carrying a child, which can kind of be a little different than perhaps the normal, but let's just mix it up a bit and be different. So I wanted to just talk with her before I started any hormones to just kind of get all the facts and go from there. So she was really awesome, such an amazing doctor, so easy to talk with, and I felt really comfortable asking questions or talking about my own history as far as, your cycle and all those types of things. She just made it really comfortable, and her staff also was really awesome. They just made everything just really easy. It was just really nice to be in a healthcare setting, especially a women's center for health, and be treated well. It just was really nice. It was refreshing. So that was kind of how it started. And I let her know that one of the things for just me as a person was just to have biological children. I don't have a big crystal ball. I don't know what's coming down the road, but it's just definitely something that I want to be cognizant about and make the best decisions for me. As every day goes on, I feel more and more comfortable with myself and who I am, and being a trans guy is becoming just like a dream come true, honestly. Just to know that this is even a possibility for me. Every day that I get up and I can look in the mirror and really just see myself more and more for me, it's an awesome feeling. So some of the things that she mentioned about testosterone, as far as, you'll have like a cessation of your period. She said sometimes it only takes a few doses, and then usually after 6 months is when they can get concerned about what else can be going on with your body, which I already knew, obviously, that you're going to stop your cycle. And then the other thing she just mentioned is that your ovaries just get to be more polycystic, like you have little tiny cysts on your ovaries because they aren't releasing those eggs, which is actually, can be a quite common condition with the ovaries and women. So that just will make it a little bit harder down the road to conceive if that's what my partner and I choose to do. She said there's not a hard timeline as far as I could be on testosterone for any amount of time, years-wise, before I decide that I should stop testosterone and then try to get pregnant. So that was nice to hear, that it's not like, okay, you have a year or 2 years and then like your ovaries start to shrivel or something like that. And she said it's nothing like that. Obviously there's other factors that will go along with making it difficult to conceive, and that's just advanced age, and then the polycystic ovary syndrome that will develop from the testosterone. All these things were just really great to discuss. I shared with her that for me, this whole process is... Sorry about that. So I was really just able to talk with her about, kind of like my whole little journey here and finding out exactly who I am, what I want, where I'm going. And it was really neat because she was like, what I'm hearing from you is that having a biological child is important to you. It's important to you, but it might not be exactly your priority right now. And I agree with her 110%. I think that right now, my priority for myself is just moving forward with my transition, starting hormones and having top surgery. She did say that down the road, if I did have a biological child, that even though after top surgery all that's removed, there's still a possibility of some areas in the chest getting enlarged. So that would definitely have to be something to just be conscious of down the road, and maybe talk to my surgeon about or whatnot. But for me, it's really about feeling comfortable in my skin, and now that I know how to get there and exactly what that all really is, that's just where I want to go. Yesterday when I was at the park with some friends and my kids and my partner, one of the guys that was playing tennis knocked a ball over, asked me to throw it back to him, and so I did, and he was like, "Hey, thanks, man." And for the first time, hearing that from someone instead of ma'am or something ridiculous like that, it really, I can't stop thinking about it because it really just hit a chord with me. It was like he saw me for who I am physically, with a binder on and no hair and same clothes I've always worn, but just to see me, just to see how I present and then how I feel, that matches up more so than ever before. So I really think that made me also look forward a little bit to say that's really how I want to feel every day. That's really how I see myself, and for other people to see me that way too is really what I want. So I go to see my therapist tomorrow, and I really feel confident that I want to tell her that I want to start on hormones. I know that I could have told her a couple months ago that I wanted to start, but I really feel like I've had to go through a lot of this therapy that I've gone through has been really awesome for me personally, trying to work on some family relationships, and obviously, coming out and saying that I'm going to be a man instead of, a girl anymore, to my family is quite difficult for them. So to try to be able to work on some of our communication skills and things like that, to try to help the relationships that are there, and over time, it's just going to continue to hopefully help them through this whole transition. Yeah, and then also Dr. Amora, who I saw today, she monitors and prescribes testosterone. So how perfect is that? Really neat that I can just go to one healthcare provider for most of my needs, and that's just really exciting that I don't have to go out and find somebody else. I think that one of the misconceptions is that you have to see an endocrinologist, and I don't know if that's just Omaha, but it kind of seems like there are more practitioners that are transgender friendly that will prescribe and monitor testosterone. I have also heard of some people's PCPs or general practitioners prescribing and monitoring hormones as well, so that's definitely something for other guys to be aware of. One of the other things that I was asking about with testosterone that I have heard is that as far as the side effects of testosterone increasing your risk of cancer, and then especially cervical cancer, I have heard. So I asked Dr. Amora about that today, and she said that in her experience and then in no literature has she found that testosterone increases your risk of cancer. So that was really neat because I just had heard that after a couple of years you should probably get a hysterectomy because it increases your risk, and it doesn't. She said if you have a risk in your family, you have a risk in your family, but taking testosterone doesn't make that risk any greater. So I thought that was really neat. So I think that's my biggest update for what I've got going on. So we'll just kind of see how things go tomorrow and just really get the ball rolling as far as my medical transition, which will make a lot of my social transitioning a little bit more solid. I've kind of put it out there to a lot of important people in my life, and some people I haven't. So I think this will just kind of make it feel more real for me, and make just kind of the next step really solid. So I will probably update soon. So have a good day. Bye.